Okay, I want to call the meeting to order at 7 o'clock. First item will be pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the first item will be to approve of the November 7th minutes.
I make a motion that we approve the November 7th regular meeting minutes as presented.
Okay, do I have a second?
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay, all right.
Mr. Mayor, we are missing an item on there. We also need to approve the minutes of the public hearing.
Right, I was gonna go. Okay. They are missing, and like I say, but we do have them here on the public hearing minutes. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of the November 7th public hearing.
Okay. All right, do I have a second?
I'll second
Do I have a motion and a second? Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. All right, the next item will be approval of November general operating.
Okay, on this, on the profit and loss, I don't see where the money was taken in. All I see is money going out.
For,
This profit and loss for November.
no, take it in for what?
For
For
No,
income,
no.
it,
The total income is at the
Is at the
front page, top. If you go about a middle ways down, it says total income,
okay, gotcha.
8,500.
Thank you. I'm blind tonight, apparently. So the $4,000 audit is what threw us off.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I mean, it was budgeted, it's just now getting
right,
done.
I understand.
So I'll take a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the general operating account.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I second it.
I have a motion second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? The FEMA financial report.
Okay. Okay, so have we spent all the money in the FEMA account?
No, we have $10,551.66, but she's gonna write a check from where we used the credit card. Through November is $7,466.78.
Back to the town.
Back to the
Okay.
bank. We like $1,000 to Tony Golden, and that's everybody really paid for. I mean, I was discussing with the fire department about them paying for their heater.
All right, I make a motion that we approve the profit and loss for FEMA. Is there not some way that we can put what's in there, in the balance? Because,
It's on the back page.
okay, but it doesn't, but you can't do it where it shows up here, so if that doesn't, show
Well,
it?
I mean, we're gonna
They
close
were
it, we're
upside
gonna,
down?
we're gonna close down in.
Okay. I make a motion that we approve the FEMA profit and loss.
We need to have a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor? All right, before we get to business, I think, Council Member Cheryl Sanders wants to add something to the agenda.
Yes, and this, I guess this would be under old business, since it's to the variance.
Yeah, I guess it.
Yeah. Need to, under old business, I would add item E. And it's discussion of a letter in regards to our variance, the variance that we turned down.
All right, you making a motion to add it to the agenda?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I have a second? Okay, I have a motion second.
I was, guess it would be a letter pertaining to the discussion on the denied variance, is the way it would need to be read.
Okay. All right, we have a motion second, any discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay, it's added. All right. Anybody else have anything else? Okay. All right, if not, Councilmember Cheryl Sanders talked to our town attorney, and he doesn't have the court system ordinance quite ready yet, so it should be ready by the January meeting, so.
Make a motion that we table that to our next meeting.
Okay. Have a second?
Second.
Okay. Have a motion second, any other discussion?
That's for the court.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yeah, court
The
on it,
ordinance
yeah.
and the contract, he doesn't have them completed yet.
Okay, so, any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. Next item is, should be a Christmas, report.
Okay, as you can see, we bought, a new tree. We got an artificial tree, 12 foot, and, we got it put up. We had our Christmas thing last Saturday. Due to the rain, I think, we had a low turnout, but the ones that were there had a great time. We had probably over 25 families that came, and some of them got pictures, and you know, you wonder, is this worth it? But Andrea can attest to this. There were kids there that I honestly believe if we had not had that here, where the parents could come and take the pictures at no charge, I don't think those children would have got to experience that. So to me, that made all the hard work worth it. It made the stress worth it, you know, that. So, we are within budget, barely. Well, it might be about $10 off due to some, advertising fees, but anyway, we're pretty much on the money, so we did good. So next year, we can take that money that we set aside and we can buy like new garland and stuff to put up on the fences, because last year's was trashed. But anyway, good time, and we are gonna plan on it again for next year, if the council is okay with that. Any objections? Okay, we'll keep it on our schedule then.
Okay, next item is alcohol ordinance. He does have it done, but I know y'all haven't had a chance to read it, and I've read it, and I've got a couple of questions on it. So, I recommend that we table this till the January meeting.
I make a motion that we table item C under old business, the alcohol ordinance, till our January meeting.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay, the next item will be discussion of Commissioner Jones' letter about the fire department. I hate it that James is not here. What it boils down to is he wrote a letter, and y'all had it here last month. But anyway, basically he's stating in reference to the ISO rating for the area, Pickens County would like to keep the fire station in Talking Rock. Having a fire station in Talking Rock provides one of the 3 services required by DCA guidelines to keep the town city status. As stated in a letter to you on July the 24th, 2017, Pickens County is willing to build the building and lease the property back to the city of Talking Rock for $1 per year. Of course, it says please let me know your discussion. Okay, now, as far as this ISO rating, a new station is not going to help that unless he puts people in. That's what we're lacking is the people. That's one of the main items here. It says a minimum of 4 firefighters responding on initial alarm to all reported structure fires, and the chief officer may be one of the 4 responding. Then the next one is training, but you know they could. That's something that they could fix if they had enough people here to train. If something isn't done, excuse me, if something's not done by May 16th, 2020, the ISO protection class will go to a 10, which means no fire. It's just basically no fire department. Now, as far as this continuing to be a town with without the fire department, we can. I have a list here of all required services, and we meet those. Basically, services must provide at least 3 of the following: fire protection, road and street maintenance and construction, solid waste management, water supply or distribution, wastewater treatment, stormwater collection and disposal, electric, gas utilities, code enforcement, planning and zoning, and recreational faculties. So we've got
We have recreation, solid waste, street maintenance, and there's another one you called out.
well, we have road and street maintenance, and then we have solid waste management, because we do the collection, and then stormwater disposal. I guess that would be our ditches and stuff. And then we do code enforcement, we do planning and zoning, and we do recreational factories.
So we got 6.
So we have that. Now, he hasn't been down here to see the renovations of this station, so, I don't know if he would put anybody in this station. But I don't feel like that with our situation as far as funding and stuff, now this is me, I don't feel like we have the funding to buy land for a fire station. And we do have that 2 acres up there, but I still say that we need to keep that for some type of hooked up sewer system. So basically, what I'm asking y'all is, what do you want a letter to say sent back to the commissioners on this situation?
I would like a letter sent back asking them for proof that they have to own the property before they can spend that local option sale, that SPOS money on a fire station. Because it does not specify, it just says Pickens County. We are part of Pickens County. And I cannot find anywhere in the rules from the Department of Revenue stating that that's the way it has to be. And I've asked in the past for proof of that, and their attorney doesn't seem to be able to show us that.
But, I don't think that's, I mean, that's part of the issue, but, the other issue, you know, like I say, we don't use that land up there, so we do not have any other property for it.
But it doesn't say build a new station with that money. If I read it correctly, I think it can be used for renovations. So why couldn't they have come in here and helped us do these renovations on this building?
Well, I mean, I can't answer that.
Well, I would like a letter sent to him asking those questions to be answered. And to inform him he's more than welcome to come down here and look at what we have. But I mean, if he's not gonna man the station, then why is this station not qualified?
Well, I mean, I don't know. So,
I mean, is that not a reasonable request? Don't just tell me that's the way it is. Show me where the law says that's the way it is.
Right.
What's the point of having a new building if you can't put people in it?
Right. Because this one right here serves the purpose of housing our trucks and the equipment.
Right.
And maybe that should be a question too, do they plan on manning it and,
Yeah.
you know,
And I
have those
mean,
resources, 'cause
Right.
we always do that.
Right.
I mean, the trucks are theirs, they're housing the trucks here, so what more does he want?
Right.
I mean, and they can't keep enough personnel in the stations that they've already got.
okay. Sorry, I was listening out. Okay, so you would like a letter stating, you know, show where it is that the county has to own the property and not enter into a intergovernmental agreement, for services.
Well, for the building.
Well, I mean, it's.
And why is this building not suffice? I mean, is he planning on demanding the new station?
All right, so an intergovernmental agreement, to provide services, and this is a service, so all right, 2, are you going to man the station, if you would construct one in talking about? 3, you're invited to tour the current station, or the board of commissioners, I guess you'd say.
Mm-hmm. Because if they're not gonna man it, then this one should be good enough, I mean, to me.
Okay, so I have a motion.
I'll make a motion that we write a response letter to the Board of Commissioners with the questions that I proposed.
Okay. Do I have a second?
A second.
Okay. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. Okay, the next item is the item that we added, discussion on sending a letter.
Okay, at our last meeting, we denied the variance request for the Shadow Creek property. They still have not made any efforts to do to meet the guidelines that we had presented. So, and they're making no effort to vacate the property. The chickens are still there. There's been no repairs made to the porch that Randy and I were so worried about. So, at the advice of our attorney, our next step is to send them a letter giving them 45 days to vacate the property.
Okay, do you,
So I'll make a motion that we send them a letter giving them 45 days to vacate the property. To vacate the residential portion of the property.
And 45 days is sufficient.
He said we only had to give them 30, we didn't even have to give them 30.
Um,
But I was thinking 30 would run right around Christmas, and I was, give them back to the new year.
okay, your motion is to, send them a letter,
Mm-hmm.
to vacate in 45
Asking
days.
that the chickens be removed from the property and that the residential portion of the property, be vacated within 45 days.
And this letter is gonna be sent from our attorney.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we have a motion to send a letter from our attorney to, Shadow Creek.
Well, they'll probably have to go to their attorney, since they have an attorney.
Oh, I mean, you're sending,
Well,
I mean, you're
I know,
sending Shadow Creek,
Right,
telling them they have 45 days to vacate.
exactly,
And the residential portion, and to remove the chickens
yes.
and the fence,
Mm-hmm.
okay? All right, we have a motion, do I have a second? Okay, any other discussion? All right, all in favor? All right. All right, that concludes the old business, the new business. The first item would be, to, let the public have comments on the, budget. No one's in the audience other than the media. So if everybody is good with the, line items. The only thing we added from the last months was the court services.
I make a motion that we adopt the 2020 budget as presented tonight.
Okay, okay,
Because we have no comment from the audience. We have no audience.
I think we need to, do that vote, on the, budget, by resolution, I guess. And I have a resolution, whereas the, Council Budget Committee reviews the mayor's proposal operating, and capital budget for the year, 2020 for the town of Talking Rock tax herein and made as part of the resolution the reference and whereas the town council of the town of Talking Rock reviewed the mayor's proposed operating and capital budget for the calendar year of 2020 for the town of Talking Rock and as recommended by the council budget committee and whereas the public hearing for November the 7th, 2019 at 7 p.m. and December the 5th, 2019 at 7 p.m. at Town Hall was duly posted for the proposed 2020 operating budget and all related material was made available to interested parties. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and town and council of the town of Talking Rock adopt the 2020 operating budget.
Okay, I amend my motion that we, adopt the resolution for the operating budget, I guess.
All right. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion? All right. If none, all in favor? Okay. I'll pass that around, let y'all Okay, the next item is, town clerk, training. The next training will be, in February of next year. Need a motion and a second to send her.
Oh, I
And that's in
second.
our budget, right?
Yes, we've got it in.
Okay, I make a motion that we send, Rachel Jones, our clerk, to the mandatory training in Athens,
Well, it's actually in Jekyll Island.
well, in Jekyll Island.
Okay. All right, we have a motion. Have a second?
I second.
Okay. Any other discussion? Let me go inside. All right, if not, all in favor? Okay.
Now, do we need to discuss the expenses? I think last year, didn't we do 2 meals a day
Well,
at a,
let's see what she comes up with, because I mean, it
Okay.
ain't no February, so she needs to go ahead and register for the class, and then
Okay.
they can tell her, and if we
Alright.
need to give her some, you know, like some money or whatever to go.
well, she's gonna have some to eat on, buy gas.
How many days is it for?
I think
Three.
it's 3 to 4. Yeah, you go down on Friday, I think, and then it's Saturday, and then you come back on Sunday afternoon.
Actually, it starts Sunday and ends Tuesday.
Oh, really? Wow. Easter's the weekends, so you don't have to miss work.
Okay, next item is, records, retention ordinance.
Do you have a copy of that?
Did you send them? No, we didn't, because he just sent
No,
that.
I think, did I not give everybody a copy?
Nope, I don't have a copy.
Okay.
What is it?
The records retention ordinance.
You know,
Well, there's not a whole lot we can change about it
You got
anyway, we just need to adopt it.
Mayor's got a copy, you got a copy.
Yeah.
No, he didn't email,
No, he just emailed it today. But basically, what we're doing is just following, we're just updating our ordinance that's already in place, to clarify that, you know, the clerk, and putting in writing, in our ordinance, that, town clerk, will follow the minimum state standards as far as retention and destroy. And when she destroys, records, she has to report to us what she's gonna destroy and when they destroy. So that explains all that in there, that, you know, and she'll go by that, retention schedule. You know, some things you can do 5 years.
now do we need to do this by resolution too?
No, it's ordinance.
Okay.
All right, so do I have a motion to,
I make a motion that we adopt the record retention ordinance.
okay, have a second? Have any discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. All right, next item, our attorney doesn't have that lease, finished on the Talking Rock Brewery. But I just give you a heads up, the guy's been out there really working hard. He got it looking better on the inside and everything, so, like I say,
He's gone home.
Is he?
yeah.
Now, can you explain the leasing fees and how that's gonna work, please?
Okay. So,
So that we can have it in the minutes?
so well, I guess the lease is tied up into, let me explain a couple other things on the lease. We're gonna use some of the splash money that just passed to renovate the outside of the rail cars. And, you know, like build a deck and you know, fix some, places that rusted through and stuff, and, you know, get it presentable on the outside. And, we're gonna, like I say, use some of the splash money. What I'd like to do is once we pay the, playground equipment off, which will be the end of this year, which is, I mean, we've got, $12,000 or $11,000 in there now. So we'll get another check So by the first of the year, we be able to pay that loan off, use CD and get another loan against the CD to do the work. And then he's gonna do the inside work on the rail cars. And any improvements that he makes, any fixture, light fixtures, anything like that, other than a bar or his containers, his equipment, his personal equipment, will remain after his lease is up or he decides to, you know, not to lease it anymore. But if he, like I told y'all a month or so ago, that talking to real estate and agents that lease out properties and stuff, the going rate for that size is $600 a month. And of course, they'll be responsible for all utilities. So if he spends like $7,200 on the inside, so we divide that 600 in that 72, which would be 12 months. Yeah, and he would get a year's lease free till that's recouped. Because that way we don't have to come out of pocket any money on the inside. And then if he ever decides to leave, then we've got a renovated car that we can lease out again without having to spend any money on it. And it'd be the same thing as the other car for the deli, little eatery in that car. Work out the same deal. We'll do the outside and then, you know, they'll do the inside.
But now we'll pretty much have to go ahead and do the outside on both cars to make it
Yes.
presentable.
Yes.
Now what about bathrooms? I know we're gonna put bathrooms over there.
I have been talking to David Solomon about that. So I've got a drawing to give to him and see what his price is for doing that. I already got a price on putting the septic tank in over there. So anyway.
Now, that lease, because I think, check our lease with the railroad, but make him understand that if they come in here and decide that they want to use that car, that yard, they can do so. I mean, just let him know that.
Okay.
But check and make sure, it was in the old lease, but I don't remember for sure it was that it's in the new one, but need to make sure that it's in there. I think that was a condition of the lease.
Okay. All right.
Any more?
Is there any other discussion on that? If not, do I have a motion to table this to the January meeting?
I make a motion that we table the brewery lease until our January meeting.
Okay. Have a second?
I'll second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay. We finally got her audits back. I think she did email y'all the audits.
I didn't know. Which email did you use?
Both.
Okay. Because my email for the town is still not working correctly.
Okay, we'll go over the first one. She was able to balance out that, but there was a couple things.
These are the top results.
Not what I was looking for. It fit perfectly.
Did y'all get the email?
I did. I think I did too. I'm trying to find it.
I know I didn't on either one of them.
They're just and we already knew this, you know, training for the clerk. which we didn't do in 17, but we did do in 18. And then, as far as codifying, basically, you know, we can do that on our computer or whatever, but, you know, we're either supposed to have our ordinance and stuff online or in the library.
No, they are in the library, correct?
No, I didn't find them. Law library, yeah. And I thought we did, but I don't think we did in 17 as far as public, do a publication in the paper for millage rate, but we're doing that now. The only other thing is special local option sales tax. We're supposed to do that in the paper. And then immigration compliance report. Rachel's working on that now. We're trying, it's due at the end of the year, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And basically anybody who works for the town and the business owners has to do a e-verify or a, you know, verifying they're a citizen or legalized, you know, to be in the country. And then the next thing is budget reporting to the Carl Vincent Institute. I didn't think we had to, but anyway, she's going to work on helping us with that. As far as the uniform chart of accounts, she's going to send a girl down in January to help fix QuickBooks, so it'd be like the chart of accounts. So
Now that's coming from where?
the Welch and the auditors.
Oh, okay.
She's going to come down here and help her do that. And then financial reporting to the Department of Community Affairs. We're already working on all that, so so I think we'll be good. I mean, we won't get all of it done for the 19, but for the 2020, we'll have everything squared away. So,
So we're not too bad.
no, and basically the same thing with 18. But she's going to come down here and show Rachel some things that she can do with QuickBooks to help with that and straighten some things out. So overall, it wasn't too bad.
That was a lot of work. That was a lot of work.
Well, it won't be this time.
No, it won't.
Okay, the last item is hiring Welch and Walker to do the 2019 audit.
Now it'd just be $2,000.
Yes, I confirmed that with her today. So
I make a motion that we hire Welch, Walker and Associates to do the 2019 audit.
okay, do I have a second?
No second.
Have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Okay.
And maybe discuss with her about that, that financial thing has to go to Department of Community Affairs, because it has to match the
Well, and
audit.
she might have done that. I thought I did that, but she might have done it. I'll ask her.
But ask because,
Yeah.
and the only reason I say that is in the past, and I don't know what it is now, but in the past, that had to match your audit that they did. In other words, the
Okay.
numbers has gotta match.
Oh, well, she might have done that. I'll verify that.
Okay.
Okay. Any other business? Any comments from the public, media? Any questions? Okay, being done, do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we adjourn to January the 2nd.
Okay.
Start off the new year right.
All right. Adjourn.
Somebody needs to second that motion.
I second.
Yeah.
All in favor?